Page 32, working at the tool bench. On page 32, they're introducing a new time signature for you. You've already had common time, that's the C. Well, this is cut time. That's where they take the C and they put that line down the middle to cut it. Your common time is 4/4. Cut time is 2/2. So there's 2 beats in a measure. You only have to count to 2, yay. But you're counting half notes. So a half note gets a beat. Quarter notes then would get a half a beat. So at the beginning of this, it's 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and. Whole notes get 2 beats. And 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. That's the way they work. You feel 2 pulses per measure. So sort of. In most cases, not all, but here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the metronome marking here, if you look at it, it's a half note equals. Before, it's always been quarter note equals. Whatever those are, but it's always pretty much a range. And then even that's a suggestion. You decide. When you're learning it, you're going to take it slow. And a lot of times in cut time, when we're learning a piece, we'll just do it in 4/4 to begin with, and then after we get it learned, we can play it a little better, a little faster, then we'll change it back to cut time. So it's here at the beginning, if I'm just learning it, I can do it in 4/4, where a quarter note gets a count, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then after I get it, then I can put it back into cut time. It's 1 and. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. I'll talk about a few little things here in the right hand. You're starting out with third finger. Second line. Thumb on the first one. Cross over to the F sharp. But leave the thumb on the G. It is a B flat because we have a B flat in the signature. This is in the key of F major. Go do the scale on F major. You know the rules. Oh, okay. Third line, then third finger on the A. It's like at the beginning, except now you got to go up to a D. Reach up to the D. And then the last measure is a G. That's a G natural now. Right. And then the last line is an F. Cross over to the E. But leave your thumb on the F. Because in the last measure you got to reach up to the F. Up above. Watch out in the right hand. The last 2 measures are the third line. You're playing the D with a 5th finger, but then the last measure, the G is second finger, not thumb. So just bring your second finger down because we need the thumb for the next measure. The next note is an F. So be careful on that one. Like so, that's the right hand. Left hand, you're starting out with 4/1 because normally you'd want to do a 5/1 here. But we do a 4/1 because in the next measure we got an E. So we go. Just follow their fingering. It may not be what you expect, so be careful. In the second line, you're starting with 5/1. But then when you go to the E flat, you do it a 4/1. You cross over it. This is very common, so yeah, I suggest it. And then for the E natural, you use the 5 again. Next line with the F 4/1. You'll work it out. Last line, you're down here. You got to go from the last note in the third line is here to here. So you got to work that move out. Fortunately, it's staccato, so you got time to move. You just have to look down at the piano, of course, for that one. But you can get that one. Let's try this out slowly. Now the metronome is beating half notes. It's beating the beat. So at the beginning of this, that would be a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So this is going to move, so be ready. So right hand, left hand, and the staccatos, you get the staccatos and all that. We've had these before. Melodies in the right hand, so play the right hand a little louder than the left. Okay, okay. 4 counts. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 2.